This is Catholic Challenge Live on the Living Bread Radio Network. Teams will test their knowledge of the Catholic faith. Join us on this journey as we navigate our way from BC to AD and everything in between. Today's defenders of the faith will take up their shield and sword to compete for prize money for their organization. Are you ready for the challenge? And now here's your host, Michael Roberts.
Hello and welcome back to another edition of Catholic Challenge here on the Living Bread Radio Network. Today we are on location once again at St Sebastian School in Akron, and this time around we've got a group of 8th graders. All 4 contestants are members of St Sebastian, and they are all 8th graders here, ready to play, ready to compete, and test their knowledge of the Catholic faith. So let's introduce you to our teams. As always, we designate the teams based on the school colors, and the school colors here at St. Sebastian are yellow and green. So playing for the yellow team today, we've got Olivia Kinbaum and Gavin Jones. They are playing against the green team, which consists of Elizabeth Saliga and Lucas Cody. So guys, welcome. Thanks for coming up and playing Catholic Challenge with us here today. Before we begin round number 1, let's find out how to play. And reading the rules for us today is Mrs. Jennifer Smee. She is the 4th grade teacher here at St. Sebastian. So she's going to let us know how to play.
In round 1, each team will answer 5 questions. Correct answers are worth 10 points each. There is no penalty for incorrect answers. And if all 5 questions are answered correctly, you'll be given a bonus question worth 25 points.
Thank you, Mrs. Smee. All right, let's begin with the yellow team, Olivia Kinbaum and Gavin Jones. Here we go, guys. Let's play Catholic Challenge. Question number 1. His twin sister was Saint Scholastica. He started a religious order that goes by his first name. He is often invoked for protection from evil. Is it Saint Benedict, Saint Stephen, or Saint Francis?
Saint Benedict.
Correct. Question number 2. Before the other sacraments can be received, one must receive this sacrament of initiation: penance, baptism, or matrimony?
Baptism.
You got it. Question number 3. The first reading at Sunday Mass is taken from what part of the Bible? The Gospels, the Old Testament, or the Apocalypse? Need an answer, guys.
The Gospels.
No, the first reading is always from the Old Testament, rather, and the second reading on a Sunday is normally taken from the New Testament, and then you have the Gospel. The Psalm is in between there, too. All right, here's question number 4. Which commandment tells us to honor our father and mother? The 10th commandment, the 1st commandment, or the 4th commandment?
The 4th commandment.
You got it. Question number 5, it's true or false. The 4 last things that describe the end of all human life are death, judgment, heaven, and hell. True or false?
False.
No, that is actually true. All right, guys, no worries. At the end of round number 1, you've got 30 points. Job well done. We'll move over now to the green team, Elizabeth Saliga and Lucas Cody. Guys, round number 1 starts for you right now. Question number 1, from John chapter 2, where did Jesus perform his first miracle? In Cana, Bethlehem, or Rome?
Cana.
Yeah, it was the wedding feast at Cana, to be exact. Question number 2 from Luke chapter 10. In this parable, a priest and Levite passed by a man who had been beaten and left for dead, but another man comes by and helps the man. What parable is this? The parable of the lost sheep, the Good Samaritan, or the prodigal son?
The Good Samaritan.
You got it. Question number 3, the second or final coming of Christ in glory is called what? Parousia, homecoming, or rapture?
Parousia.
That is it. Question number 4, what is the reception of Holy Communion when there is probable danger of death? Euthanasia, viaticum, or beatitude?
Viaticum.
Correct. Question number 5. This French saint is nicknamed the Maid of Orleans. She is typically pictured in battle armor and is considered the heroine of France for her role in the 100 Years' War. Is she Saint Bernadette, Saint Joan of Arc, or Saint Margaret?
Saint Joan of Arc.
That is correct. All right, guys, congratulations. You got all 5 of those right. Let's move on now to the bonus question. It's worth 25 points. What are the special days set aside to worship with the community at Holy Mass besides Sunday? Fridays of Lent, legal holidays, or holy days of obligation?
Holy days of obligation.
You got it, and that is a round 1 sweep. Congratulations, Elizabeth Saliga and Lucas Cody. 75 points, and you're now in the lead. Yellow team, you guys have 30 points. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will introduce you to our contestants. We're just getting started. Stay with us. It's Catholic Challenge Live right here on the Living Bread Radio Network.
For more than 25 years, St. Raphael Books and Gifts has been your source for all things Catholic. We offer resources to help you learn and defend the faith. St. Raphael Books and Gifts, a sponsor of Catholic Challenge, online at catholicbook.net.
Since 1919, the Ziegler family has served the community with trusted auto service and name brand products. 20 locations, 97 years, serving others. Ziegler Tire is a proud sponsor of Catholic Challenge. Find out more at ZieglerTire.com.
And welcome back to Catholic Challenge Live here on the Living Bread Radio Network. It's nice to have you along with us. We are live from St. Sebastian School in Akron. They had us back, and we've got teams of 8th graders this time around that are competing and testing their knowledge of the Catholic faith. Our score is 75-30. Green team is in the lead right now. Well, let's introduce you to the contestants. We'll find out who they are. We'll begin with the yellow team, consisting of Olivia Kinbaum and Gavin Jones. Olivia, I'll start with you. What do our listeners need to know about Olivia Kinbaum?
I'm a runner at St. Sebastian, and my favorite subject's math.
Math. Any idea? Well, this makes sense then, because it says here that you're looking to either be an engineer or a teacher, right?
Yes.
So the math would come in handy if you want to be an engineer. Any typical or any kind of engineering that you're looking into right now, more than anything?
Mechanical engineering, probably.
Great. Yeah, that's awesome. Sounds good. All right. Oh, your favorite music, by the way, is pop music, I see. Any favorite artists?
Not really. I
Okay,
like all of them.
like all of it? Nothing wrong with that. Okay, we'll move the microphone over now to your partner, Gavin Jones. Gavin, I'll ask you the same question. What do we need to know about Gavin Jones?
I play baseball and basketball.
Very good. What's your favorite baseball team?
I like the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, Pittsburgh. I was hoping you'd say the Indians. How can you live in Northeast Ohio and not like the Indians?
I just like...
Oh, well, all right. I guess the judge didn't like that answer, unfortunately, but we'll have to let it slide this time. Okay, your favorite kind of music is rock and roll. I like that. Do you have a favorite group?
No.
No? Just like it all?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Your favorite subject in school is science. Yeah? Okay. All right, Gavin, thank you very much for that. We'll move over now to the green team. We'll find out more about them, Elizabeth Saliga and Lucas Cody. Elizabeth, we'll talk to you first. Your favorite subject in school is?
Science.
Why?
I just like learning about life in the world.
Yeah, that's good. What else do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to read.
That's always a good thing. Do you play any sports?
I play volleyball.
Great. And what your favorite school memory is a trip to Camp Christopher. Tell us a little bit about that.
We went as a class in 6th grade to Camp Christopher for 3 days.
Cool. And it's just one of those things that sticks out in your memory.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, we'll move the microphone over now to Lucas Cody, your partner here. Lucas, basketball and baseball, are those two sports you play?
Yes.
What do you like more than the other? Anything? Or do you like them both the same?
Probably the same.
You do, all right. And what are your favorite teams?
For baseball, probably the Indians.
Thank you.
And basketball, The Cavs.
All right, well, that makes sense. Why not? And you, interesting here, you also want to go into engineering. Any particular engineering field right now that you're looking at? No? That's good. Science and math are your favorite subjects, though, so that makes sense. Cool. All right, very good, Lucas. Thank you very much for that. Again, the green team is in the lead with 75 points. The yellow team right behind them, though, with 30 points. Again, all 8th graders here, and I want to say a special thanks to everyone here at St. Sebastian for having us back and playing another round of Catholic Challenge here today. All right, we're going to move on now to round number 2. Once again, here's Mrs. Smee. She's going to read the rules for us for round number 2.
In round 2, each team will answer 5 questions. Correct answers are worth 15 points each. There is no penalty for incorrect answers. And if all 5 questions are answered correctly, you'll be given a bonus question worth 25 points.
Thank you, Mrs. Smee. We will begin with the yellow team, Olivia Kinbaum and Gavin Jones. Here we go, guys. Round 2 starts right now. Question number 1, we remember Jesus' washing of the feet of his apostles at the Last Supper at what Mass? Ash Wednesday, Holy Thursday, or Good Friday?
Holy Thursday.
The evening Mass of the Lord's Supper. Question number 2, this parable teaches us that Jesus will search for even one of his children who strays away. Is it the parable of the lost sheep, the sheep and goats, or the fig tree?
The parable of the lost sheep.
Correct. Question number 3, it's true or false? Christ the King Sunday starts Holy Week. True or false?
False.
It is false. Palm Sunday is the official start of Holy Week. Question number 4, how many plagues did God send to Egypt before Pharaoh finally freed the Israelites? 100, 50, or 10?
10.
You got it, the 10 plagues. Question number 5, religious make the 3 vows of poverty, chastity, and what else? Obedience, love, or humility?
Obedience.
Poverty, chastity, and obedience, those are the 3. All right, guys, congratulations, you got all of those right. Let's move on now to that bonus question. The power of the priesthood is passed on by the laying of the hands of whom? The bishop, the deacon, or the elder?
The bishop.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ceremony, the laying on of the hands, and it is the bishop. All right, guys, that is a round 2 sweep. Nice job, 130 points. You are now in the lead. Let's move over now to the green team. Elizabeth Saliga and Lucas Cody. Guys, here we go. Round number 2 starts right now. Question number 1, true or false? God, the Holy Spirit, has more power than God the Son. True or false?
False.
They are one and the same, exactly. Question number 2, this is another name for the book of Revelation, the epistle, the Acts of the Apostles, or the Apocalypse.
Acts of the Apostles.
No, the correct answer there is Apocalypse. Question number 3, the Ark of the Covenant housed which of these? The 10 Commandments, the Holy Oil, or the First Rosary?
The 10 Commandments.
You got it. Question number 4, when God offered King Solomon a gift, he asked for what? Wisdom, gold, or a new castle? Need an answer, guys.
Wisdom.
That is correct, wisdom. Question number 5, the deliberate taking of one's own life is called what? Prejudice, suicide, or racism?
Suicide.
You got it. It is suicide. All right, green team, you are in the lead with 135 points. Right behind you, though, 5 points to be exact, 130 for the yellow team. We're just about ready to move into round number 3, but it's at this point in the game where we pause and thank our sponsors. Our sponsors are responsible for all of the prize money that is awarded here at Catholic Challenge, and it's the prize money that is given to the schools this time around, St. Sebastian here in Akron. Our special thanks to our sponsors, Ziegler Tire, St. Raphael Books and Gifts, Ralph's Bavary, and the Eucharistic Fraternity of Stark and Summit County. Thank you very much, guys, for sponsoring and supporting Catholic education here in Northeast Ohio. All right, on to round number 3. Mrs. Smee is back up now. She is going to read the rules.
In round 3, each team will answer 5 questions. Correct answers are worth 20 points each. There is no penalty for incorrect answers. And if all 5 questions are answered correctly, you will be given a bonus question worth 25 points.
Thank you, Mrs. Smee. Let's begin with the yellow team, Olivia Kinbaum and Gavin Jones. Round 3, guys, starts right now. Question number 1, this Italian virgin martyr of the Catholic Church and one of the youngest canonized saints. She was stabbed to death at a very young age. Her attacker eventually repented and converted. Are we talking about Marie Antoinette, Maria Goretti, or Mary Magdalene?
Maria Goretti.
You got it. Question number 2, it's true or false. The change in substance from bread and wine to the body and blood of Christ is called transubstantiation. True or false?
True.
It is absolutely true. Question number 3, which part of the Holy Mass includes the homily? The liturgy of the Word, the offertory, or the sign of peace?
The liturgy of the Word.
You got it. Question number 4 from John chapter 13. At the Last Supper, Jesus gave us a new commandment, which could really be summed up in one word, which is what? Obedience, love, or faith?
Love.
You got it. Question number 5 from Matthew chapter 17 at the Transfiguration. The 2 men who appeared to be speaking with Jesus were Moses and which other man? Peter, Zebedee, or Elijah?
Elijah.
Correct. You got it. All right, guys, you got all 5 of those right. On to the bonus question. From John chapter 11, the brother of Martha and Mary was dead for 4 days before Jesus came and commanded him to come out of his tomb. Was the man Lazarus, Moses, or Joseph of Arimathea?
Lazarus.
Lazarus, and that is a round 3 sweep. Congratulations, Olivia Kinbaum and Gavin Jones. 255 points. You are now in the lead. 135 points for the green team, Elizabeth Saliga and Lucas Cody. They're hoping to add to that. Here we go, guys. Round 3 starts for you right now. Question number 1. This saint was born in Assisi. His feast day is on October 4th. He is the patron saint of animals and the environment. He founded several religious orders. Is it St. Dominic, St. Francis, or St. Gregory?
St. Francis.
St. Francis of Assisi, that's it. Question number 2, it's true or false. Jesus went directly to heaven after he rose from the dead. True or false?
False.
It is false. There are 40 days between the resurrection and the ascension into heaven. Question number 3, St. Paul was originally from what city? Jerusalem, Rome, or Tarsus?
Jerusalem.
No, the correct answer is Tarsus. Paul was originally from Tarsus. Question number 4, who are excellent role models for Catholics because of their example of heroic virtue and faithfulness to God? They also intercede for us in heaven. Is it the saints, the Pharisees, or the angels?
Saints.
Correct. Question number 5 from Genesis chapter 21. How old was Abraham when Isaac was born? 50, 75, or 100?
75.
No, the correct answer there, 100. Abraham was 100 when Isaac was born. All right, guys, 195 points you now have as we move out of round number 3. The yellow team is in the lead with 255 points. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's our final round of the game, known as the Challenge Round. Stay with us. You're listening to Catholic Challenge Live from St. Sebastian in Akron, right here on the Living Bread Radio Network.
All of the prize money awarded on Catholic Challenge is provided through business and individual sponsors. Thank you to those who supported today's show.
The Living Bread Radio Network is on YouTube. It's yet another way to hear our quality local programs any time of day on any device. Just head to YouTube, search for the Living Bread Radio Network, and click the subscribe button.
And welcome back to Catholic Challenge Live here on the Living Bread Radio Network. Once again, coming to you from St. Sebastian in Akron. And we've got two groups of 8th graders that are doing a great job testing their knowledge of the Catholic faith. The yellow team is in the lead right now with 255 points, but right behind them, the green team with 195 points. We move on now to the challenge round. It's our final round of play. And once again, here's Mrs. Jennifer Smee, the 4th grade teacher here at St. Sebastian. She'll read the rules for us for our final round.
Our challenge round combines knowledge and speed. The first team to ring in may answer the question. If the answer is incorrect, no points are lost, but the other team will have the opportunity to hear the question in its entirety. Correct answers are worth 30 points each, and in case of a tie at the end of this round, we will have a tiebreaker question. The team with the most points at the end of this round will be awarded $200 for St. Sebastian School, and the losing team will be awarded $50 also for St. Sebastian School. So, contestants, get your buzzers ready. The challenge round starts now.
Thank you, Mrs. Smee. All right, guys, let's do it. Here is the challenge round. Question number 1. In the book of Genesis, who was known as the father of many nations? Green team.
Abraham.
Correct. Question number 2. Baby Jesus was born in which town in the kingdom of Judea? Green team.
Bethlehem.
Correct. Question number 3. This saint was born in Albania, but ended up in India working with the untouchables of Indian society, the sick, the dying, and orphans. She was canonized by Pope Francis in 2016. Green team.
Saint Teresa.
Expand a little bit.
Saint Teresa of Calcutta.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to hear. Saint Teresa of Calcutta. Question number 4. For each decade of the Rosary, there is a meditation on some event in the life of Jesus. How many beads are in each decade of the Rosary? Yellow team.
10.
10. That's why it's a decade. Question number 5. The liturgical year of the Catholic Church begins on what Sunday? Yellow team.
The first Sunday of Advent.
That is the first day of the new year. And with that, yellow team, you are in the lead with 315 points. Right behind you with 285 points is the green team. Continuing on now with the challenge round. Question number 6. The sacrament of baptism removes the stain of what? Green team.
Original sin.
Correct. Question number 7. Jesus said, "Upon this rock I will build my church." Who was the rock? Yellow team.
Peter.
St. Peter. Question number 8. On what day do we commemorate the death of Jesus on the cross? Green team.
Good Friday.
Correct. Question number 9. We pray the Our Father at Holy Mass. By what other name is this prayer known? Green team.
The Lord's Prayer.
You got it, the Lord's Prayer. Question number 10. Who wrote the books of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy of the Old Testament? Who wrote those books? Anybody? Out of time. Moses wrote those books. All right, green team, you're in the lead with 375 points, but right behind you, the yellow team with 345 points. A very close game. Continuing on, how many Gospels are there in the New Testament? Yellow team.
4.
The 4 Gospels, you got it. Question number 12, the first joyful mystery of the Rosary is what? First joyful mystery. The Annunciation. The Annunciation is that. All right. Question number 13. This is the event in which God led the Israelites out of Egypt to freedom. Green team.
Exodus.
It is the Exodus. Question number 14. Who is the invisible head of the church? Green team.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus is the invisible head of the church. Question number 15. This is the sacrament by which bishops, priests, and other ministers of the church are ordained. Yellow team.
Holy orders.
Yeah, they receive the power and grace to perform their sacred duties. All right, green team's in the lead with 435 points. Yellow team, you've got 405 points. Continuing on now with the challenge round. Question number 16. The Alpha and Omega refers to whom in the book of Revelation? Out of time. Christ. Christ is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. All right, that sound means that we are running short on time. This is our final question of the game. The audience is getting excited. This saint is known for finding lost articles. He was a Catholic priest and a member of the Franciscan order. Anybody know? Saint Anthony. St. Anthony is the patron saint of lost articles. All right, that's the game. What a great game this was. Congratulations. Our final score, 435 to 405. A very close game. But our congratulations to Elizabeth Saliga and Lucas Cody with 435 points. You guys are the winner, and a grand prize of $200 will be donated to St. Sebastian on your behalf. A job well done, though, to Olivia Kinbaum and Gavin Jones with 405 points. A donation of $50 is made to St. Sebastian. So in total today, $250 donated to St. Sebastian School here in Akron. 8th graders, a job well done. You guys really know your stuff. It was certainly a fantastic game. Special thanks again to St. Sebastian School, everyone here for hosting us and having us again for our game of Catholic Challenge. Also special thanks to our sponsors providing all the prize money. They are Ralph Spavari, the Eucharistic Fraternity of Stark and Summit County, Ziegler Tire, and St. Raphael Books and Gifts. I'm Michael Roberts, and until next time, do your part and defend the faith. We'll see you next week for another edition of Catholic Challenge right here on the Living Bread Radio Network.
You've been listening to Catholic Challenge Live, a production of the Living Bread Radio Network in Canton, Ohio. If you'd like to be a part of the program, email quiz@livingbreadradio.com. For a podcast of this show where you can listen on demand, go to livingbreadradio.com and join us next time for another edition of Catholic Challenge Live.